Hello everyone, I am Anjali Chauhan and you are watching One Academy videos. Here we are covering MCQ series of history topic wise on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe the channel and also hit the bell icon too, which will notify you earlier for the next videos. And also join this Telegram group, that is One Academy or Vani Mehra. And the source of this MCQ series is Class 6 NCERT History. As I already told you that Vani Mehra ma'am has covering various GS courses on Unacademy Plus for UPSC Civil Services exam, and she has recently completed the Indian Polity Foundation course on Unacademy Plus. So for the new courses, please join this Unacademy Plus by using this referral code Vani Mehra, and you will get up to 10% discount on your Unacademy Plus subscription. So today's topic is Mauryan Empire Part 2. As we already covered the Part 1, 10 questions of Mauryan Empire. So, if you missed it, then just visit the channel and visit the video also. Watch the video also. So, today's first question is, consider the following statements. First, Dhamma is the Prakrit word for the Sanskrit term dharma. Second, Ashoka's Dhamma included worship of a god or performance of a sacrifice. Now select the correct answer using these codes given below, A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is A, one only. See the information. Ashoka's Dham didn't involve worship of a god or performance of a sacrifice. He felt that just as the father tries to teach his children, he had a duty to instruct his subjects, and he was also inspired by the teachings of the Buddha. So, according to this information, the first statement goes correct here, and the option is A. Question number second. Consider the following statements. First, Dhamma Mahamat were the officials who went from place to place teaching people about Dham. Second, Ashoka sent messengers to spread ideas about Dhamma to other lands such as Syria, Egypt, Greece and Sri Lanka. Now select the correct answer using the code given below, A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the correct answer? So the correct answer here is C. Both the statements are correct here. See the information here. There were a number of problems that troubled him, and people in the empire followed different religions, and this sometimes led to conflict. Animals were sacrificed, slaves and servants were ill-treated, and besides, there were quarrels in families and amongst neighbors. Ashoka felt it was his duty to solve these problems, so he appointed officials known as the Dhamma Mahamat, who went from place to place teaching people about Dhamma. Ashoka also sent messengers to spread ideas about Dhamma to other lands such as Syria, Egypt, Greece and Sri Lanka. He built roads, dug wells and built rest houses. Besides, he arranged for medical treatment for both human beings and animals. So according to this information, both the statements are correct here, and the correct option is C. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. First, the Rampur bull, which was a part of Mauryan pillar found in the Rampur, has now been placed in Rashtrapati Bhavan. Second, most of Ashoka's inscriptions were in Prakrit and were written in the Devanagari script. Now select the correct answer according to the codes given below, first, second, third and fourth. So the correct answer here is A, one only. Most of Ashoka's inscriptions were in Prakrit and were written in the Brahmi script. The Rampur bull is an example of the skill of the sculptors of the time. Next question number 4. Consider the following statements. First, the Mauryan Empire collapsed about 2200 years ago. Second, in the northwest and in parts of North India, kings known as the Indo-Greeks ruled for about 100 years. So read the statements very carefully and select the correct answer using these codes A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. The Mauryan Empire collapsed about 2200 years ago. In this place and elsewhere rose several new kingdoms. And in the northwest and in parts of North India, kings known as the Indo-Greeks ruled for about 100 years. And they were followed by a Central Asian people known as Shakas, who set up kingdoms in the northwest, north and western India. So this is the information according to the question. According to the question. So the correct answer here is C. Question number 5. Consider the following statements about Great Wall of China. First, about 2400 years ago, emperors in China began building the Great Wall. Second, the wall was meant to protect the northern frontier of the empire from pastoral people. Now select the correct answer using the code given below A, B, C and D. So here the correct answer is C. Both the statements are correct here. Why? The Great Wall was meant to protect the northern frontier of the empire from pastoral people. And additions to the wall were made over a period of 2000 years because the frontiers of the empire kept shifting. And the wall is about 6400 km long and is made of stone and brick with a road along the top. So several thousand people worked to build the wall, and there are watchtowers all along at distances of about 100 to 200 meter. So this is the information about Great Wall of China, and the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. Next question, which dynasty ruled over Magad after Nanda dynasty? So this is a very easy question. A, Maurya, B, Gupta, C, Kushana, D, Sangha. So which is the correct answer? Please comment the answer in the comment section. So the correct answer here is A. Maurya dynasty ruled over Magad after Nanda dynasty, and this is the extra information. When Chandragupta destroyed the Nanda dynasty around 321 BC and became the first king of the Great Mauryan Empire, the Gupta Empire was an ancient Indian empire founded by Sri Gupta, and the empire existed at its zenith from approximately 320 to 550 CE and covered much of the Indian subcontinent. And Kushanas ruled over India from 2nd century BC to 3rd century AD. And the Shanga Empire was an ancient Indian dynasty from Magad that controlled vast areas of the Indian subcontinent from around 187 to 78 BC. So this is the information related to each and every option. So the correct option here is Maurya dynasty. Moving towards next question. The most important source for the study of Mauryan history is. First, Mudra Rakshasa. Second, Natural Historica. C, Devi Chandraguptam. D, Arthashastra. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is D. Kautilya's Arthashastra is a very important source for the knowledge of Mauryan dynasty. And Chanakya or Kautilya, the minister of Chandragupta, throws a flood of light upon the contemporary social, political and economic conditions of the country at that time. And it also gave a wealth of information regarding duties of the king, his foreign policy and organization of spies. So if you want to study the Mauryan history, then just refer the Kautilya's Arthashastra. Next question. Who of the following was the contemporary of Alexander the Great? A, Chandragupta Maurya. B, Pushyamitra Sangha. C, Bimbisar. D, Ashok. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is A, Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya set up the Mauryan Empire following Alexander's retreat, and there is evidence to show that Chandragupta was a contemporary of Alexander. Next question. During the reign of Chandragupta Maurya, Patliputra was administered by a board consisting of members numbered. So you have to identify the correct number of the members which administered by a board. A 20, B 30, C 40 and D 50. So the correct answer here is B 30. Let's see the information. Chandragupta, the founder of the Mauryan Empire, was not only a great warrior but also an able administrator, and he set up a sound and efficient system of administration in his vast empire. There was a municipal committee of 30 members to look after the affairs of the city, and they look after public buildings, water supply, sanitation, roads, gardens, etc. of public utility. So this is the information, and the correct answer is 30 members committee. Last question. In which of the following inscriptions Ashoka declared some concession in taxes? A. Minor Rock Edict Sasaram. B. Bhabru Bharat Edict. C. Lumbini Pillar Edict. D. Rock Edict 12th. So the correct answer here is C. Lumbini Pillar Edict. Here's the information. Lumbini Pillar inscription. King Ashok visited Lumbini and worshipped the Buddha. The sage of the Sakyans was born there. He set up a pillar and the village of Lumbini was exempted from tax and required to pay only 1/8 of the produce because the Lord was born there. The minor rock edict of the Emperor Ashok at Sasaram. So this is the information about the first. This line tells us about the first option, Sasaram. Is located about 2 kilometers east of the famous mausoleum of Sher Suri, and the inscription, which is now almost invisible, was engraved on the elongated stone under a very small rock shelter. And now Bhabru inscription, second option. It is located at Bharat in Rajasthan and deals with Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism. And the last D option, Rock Edict 12th, promotion to religion of different faith, change of heart after Kalinga War. So this is the information about all the options. So correct answer here is Lumbini Pillar Edict tells us about the Ashoka declared some concession in taxes in Lumbini. Okay, and he declared about 1/8 of the produce required to pay to the by the people of the villages. So the correct answer here is C option. So thank you for watching this full video. Thank you very much. Please subscribe the channel, like the video and hit the bell icon too, which will notify you earlier for the next video. And please join the Telegram channel, that is One Academy or Vani Mehra. Thank you very much.